I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. No, this is not a Miami Dolphins video. It is not a Tua Tagovailoa video, although I'd love to do one. I'm a huge fan of his. Today's video is going to focus on one of the most prolific quarterbacks of all time. Even if you're not a big football fan, you've probably heard the name Johnny Unitas. Today we're going to look at my complete Johnny Unitas base card run that I just finished up a couple weeks ago. And he's got a lot of cards. But what do we know about Johnny Unitas? You know, we know he's great and all that, but just how great was he? We're going to look at that right now. Let me minimize myself. Let's get me out of the way. Let's do this. And let's do this. So yeah, Johnny Unitas, 18 seasons. He was actually drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, believe it or not. But he ended up a Baltimore Colt. With the Colts, 10 Pro Bowls, 290 touchdown passes, which was a lot back then. And he was the first quarterback to surpass 40,000 yards passing. As you can see here, he was a Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee in 1979. Three-time NFL MVP, three-time champion, member of the 1960s All-Decade Team, and also a member of the NFL's 50th, 75th, and 100th anniversary teams. It's one heck of a resume for the guy. When Unitas retired, he ranked number one in the NFL in pass attempts, pass completions, passing yards, and touchdown passes. And he actually had a record of 47 consecutive games with at least one touchdown pass. That lasted until I think Drew Brees broke that a few years ago. Yeah, he was a 5-time first-team All-Pro. He was a 3-time second-team All-Pro. And yeah, he led the NFL in passing yards 4 times, touchdown passes 4 times, and passer rating twice. So yeah, again, heck of a resume for sure. And not much more to be said, you know, like sometimes the name speaks for themselves, like Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Bart Starr, Red Grange. He's up in that stratosphere of names you know, even if you don't know the game that well or never saw the player play. Johnny Unitas, to me at least, is in that category. With all that being said, let's take a look at some cards, and we're going to start with his last card, which is the 1974 Topps, and work our way back. All right, here it is, his 1974 Topps. This one's graded a BVG 7.5. This is Unitas' last card. It's really weird to see him in a Chargers jersey, honestly, but that's where he ended up. And fun fact, Dan Fouts replaced Johnny Unitas at quarterback for the Chargers. So one Hall of Famer handed it off to the next Hall of Famer. But yeah, 74 Topps. This is graded a 7.5, as I said. Really cheap. You can get this card really cheap. Most Unitas cards of the 70s you can get insanely inexpensive. That was pretty poor grammar on my part, but you get it. His cards are cheap in the 70s, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Next up is his 1973 Topps. He's with the Chargers on the card, but he's still wearing his Colts jersey. Not a very hard card to find, and it's not very expensive either. This one's graded a SGC 6. Unitas is up there. He's got doesn't have a lot of bad looking cards. He's got a couple odd looking cards. We'll get to those in a little while, but he's got a lot of cards, you know, from 57 to 74, so that's 18 base cards. And then he's got some of these too. This isn't really a base card, but I thought I'd show it anyway. This is his 72 Topps in action. You can get this for under $30 in this grade. Next up is his 72 Topps. This one I bought raw and had graded. This one came back a 5.5, as you can see. 72 Topps, as you probably know, is a very difficult set for centering, and this one's no different. This one isn't bad. Yeah, look at all the stats. Next up, you guessed it, it is a 71 Topps. This one's graded a BVG 7. Speaking of sets that are tough for centering, this one ranks up there too. This one is off center left to right, but the edges are clean. The corners, there's a little whiting on the corners, which is why it's a near mint 7. But overall, the eye appeal is pretty good. It's one of his, kind of goofy looking pictures, but still has the crew cut in this shot. This is his last card with the crew cut. Next up, we have the 1970. This one was, it's a sneaky hard card to find in a mid to high grade. This one's a 6, centered pretty well. But it took me, this is one of the last cards I needed to complete the run, and it took me an insane amount of time to find one I liked. Got outbid a couple times on some during auctions, but it happens. Happy with this one. Next up is one of everybody's favorite Johnny Unitas cards. That's the 69 Topps. This one's a 6.5. And yeah, there's just nothing to hate about this card. Gorgeous, borderless card. The orange just, when you get them clean like this, the orange just pops and the player pops off the background. Gorgeous set. The back of this is really clean. There's hardly any whiting on it. 6.5 seems pretty tough, but whatever. The grader was having a bad day that day, I guess. This is one of my favorite sets of the 60s. This is the 68 Topps. I really like the red and yellow nameplate at the bottom. I don't know why. Red and yellow, it's like ketchup and mustard. But for some reason it works on this card. I love the pose. I love the set, again, the nameplate at the bottom and then the team logo. I'm a big fan of team logos on cards. Again, not a tough card to find. This one is a 7.5. I love half grades. Next, we have one of the ugliest cards in the run, and that's the 67 Philadelphia. This is this might break my camera. It's so ugly. I don't like this set at all. Not much to say. This is off center, a little bit left to right. Ugly yellow cardstock. I guess the backs are okay. They're nice and easy to read. It's got that going for it. But yeah, not a fan of this one, but it's part of the run, so here it is. Oops. Next up, we have the 66 Philadelphia. This card is graded a PSA 5. It's a really tough card to find well centered, and it's also tough to find without some tilt to it. If you've ever been in the market for a Gale Sayers or a Dick Butkus from the same year, those suffer the same condition issues with the tilt and the centering. Overall, this one isn't too bad. I do like the NFL shield on the Philadelphia. And the green backs are pretty cool. Much better than the 67s. And not a bad picture of Unitas. And here's a 65 Philadelphia graded a BVG 7. I guess I went BVG heavy with the Unitas run. This one, the centering is fantastic. And a nice picture of Unitas. The classic crew cut, classic drop back pose. And next we have the 64 Philadelphia. This one's graded an SGC 7. The Colts and the Giants cards of this set look great because of the red nameplate and the blue jerseys that they wear, usually in the photos. Just the red, white, and blue looks really good. This one's got a little bit of a tilt to it, but it's centered really well. Nice clean back. Now we're getting to the fun stuff. This is a 63 Topps. Mine's only graded a PSA 3.5. This is not one of my favorite cards. It's one of my favorite sets, but yellow and red with the the blue uniform, this card just kind of not very aesthetically pleasing to me, but first world problems, right? Still glad to have it. It's a decent looking 3.5. All four corners are pretty soft, which is why it got the grade it did. Another card from one of my favorite sets. This is the 62 Topps. Mine's graded a PSA 3. It's actually a pretty strong 3. The edges are pretty clean on this. It's got a couple really soft corners. The upper left, for instance, is pretty soft. But I love this set. I just love this set. It's you know, the action shot, and then the portrait or pose shot, the bold nameplate in the bottom left. This grade got hammered probably because of the back centering, but that's okay with me. The front looks great. For the grade anyway, it looks really good. Next up is a 61 Topps Johnny Unitas. I got this at the Apopka card show a couple years ago in a deal. This is a card I normally wouldn't go after because the centering is really not good. But it was part of a bigger deal that I made, and I was able to get it pretty cheap. Outside of the centering, it's a nice looking card, but for me anyway, my eyes, that's the first thing my eyes go to is the centering. That's just me. The rest of it looks really good. One of my favorite sets of the 60s is the 61 Fleer. All the Colts cards look great in this set. I think I said that when I did my Lenny Moore video. But the Colts cards in 61 Fleer are beautiful because they're mainly wearing their blue uniforms, and they just pop off the all-white borders of this set. They look great. I love 60s Fleer football. They've made beautiful, beautiful cards. And this one's no different. It's got everything. Team logo, great picture. Really cool backs. The only thing Fleer didn't do well is quality control. Their quality control is pretty terrible. Next up, we have the Crazy Eyes, 1960 tops. This one's graded a PSA 4. It's a really nice 4. I'm happy with it. But this card's just funny. It's just got the Crazy Eyes look. I don't know. I'm sure there's a story here that I haven't read about yet as to why the picture is what it is, but it's funny nonetheless. This one, usually you'll find this with registration that's off. Like I don't know why that is. This one's pretty decent. Again, back centering is not good, which is probably why it got the grade it got. But otherwise, it's pretty clean. Dog-eared corners on the bottom. One of my favorites is the 59 Unitas that we see here. This is also a 4. Great looking card in my opinion. I just love the simplicity of it. Just a close-up portrait. Really cool nameplate that just screams 50s to me. Team logo. This card was loved a little bit. You can tell by the back. Next up is this card I've had for quite a long time, as you can tell by the slab. It's an old slab. His 58 tops. This is his second year card, and this card is insanely difficult to find centered. This one's pretty good, not perfect by any means. It shifted bottom right to upper left a little bit, but it's pretty darn good. Registration's good as well, which is also an issue with this card. I think this is I know it's an older grade of a 5.5, but I think it still stands. The back centering is not good, but it contributed to the grade because the front of this is beautiful. It's got great color. Again, the registration's really good. You know, a card like this in this grade, you're looking at, you know, $150 give or take. And for a second year card of Johnny Unitas, I think that's stupid cheap. I do. I think Johnny Unitas cards are undervalued. And last but certainly not least, we have his 57 tops rookie card. I've mentioned this several times before on the channel, but this card is, it's not that this card is hard to find, because it's not. You can go on eBay right now and there's probably 24 of them for sale. What's hard to find in this card, there's actually two things. One is centering. The other is good registration. And what I mean by that on this card in particular is that oftentimes there's a lot of white snowing along his face in his jersey or shirt here. If you go on eBay right now and do a search, you'll notice that most of them have snow on the face and the jersey. It's very common. This one is very, very clean. That's why I had this in a PSA 4 that was off center and had a little bit of snow on the jersey. I ended up selling that to buy this one because I liked it better. The grade doesn't matter, the eye appeal matters. But yeah, this is his rookie card. I'm of the belief that this card is insanely undervalued compared to some others for what he meant to the game and how popular he was during the time. I understand that this is a double print, but there's still not a whole lot of them out there compared to some others. This is a card I'm looking to add a couple more of these to my collection because I think there's room there to... let's put it this way. I don't think you can ever go wrong buying a Johnny Unitas rookie card. I really don't. I'm really happy with mine. It's a 3 because it's got a really well dinged corner right there. That's why. But other than that, this is beautiful. A beautiful example. This is what I look for with this card. And the Bart Star from the same set. So yeah, there you have it. That is the Johnny Unitas base card run in my collection. Happy to finally have it done. It's he's got a lot. Like I said, he's got 18 base cards. He's also got the in-action card that I showed, and then if you really want to get into it, he's got, you know, the regional issues, you know, like cons, for example. But thanks for hanging out. This has been a almost a 20-minute video, so a minute per card. That's way too long, but I like to talk. So thanks for hanging out with me. Again, the Johnny Unitas run is complete, and we'll talk soon.